Today, our topic is the Stoic Guide to Overcoming Anxiety. Anxiety is something everyone feels at some point. It can be a heavy weight on your mind, making it hard to focus, sleep, or even enjoy life. But the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers practical tools to help us deal with this feeling. Stoicism teaches us how to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. It is not about ignoring our emotions, but understanding them and choosing how to respond. Let's explore how Stoic principles can help us overcome anxiety and live a more peaceful life. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that started in ancient Greece and was later practiced by Romans like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. The main idea of Stoicism is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This is a powerful idea because it shifts the focus from the external world, which is often chaotic and unpredictable, to our internal world, which we have the power to shape. Stoics believe that by training our minds and practicing self-discipline, we can find peace even in difficult situations. One of the key Stoic ideas is the distinction between what is in our control and what is not. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "Some things are in our control and others are not." Things in our control include our thoughts, actions, and decisions. Things not in our control include other people's opinions, the weather, or the past. When we feel anxious, it is often because we are focusing on things we cannot control. For example, we might worry about what others think of us, or fear that something bad will happen in the future. Stoicism teaches us to let go of these worries and focus instead on what we can do right now. To overcome anxiety, we need to practice acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up or being passive. It means recognizing reality as it is and not fighting against it. For example, if you are stuck in traffic and feeling anxious about being late, you can either stress about it or accept that you cannot change the situation. By accepting the reality of the traffic, you free your mind from unnecessary worry and can focus on what you can do, like listening to a podcast or planning your day. Acceptance helps us stop wasting energy on things we cannot change, and instead use that energy for things that matter. Another Stoic tool for overcoming anxiety is negative visualization. This might sound strange, but it is a powerful exercise. Negative visualization means imagining the worst-case scenario and thinking about how you would handle it. For example, if you are anxious about losing your job, imagine what you would do if it actually happened. Would you look for a new job? Would you cut back on expenses? By facing your fears in your mind, you realize that even the worst-case scenario is manageable. This exercise helps reduce anxiety because it shows you that you are stronger than you think and that you can handle challenges. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. Anxiety often comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the present moment is the only thing that is real and within our control. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Do not disturb yourself by thinking of your whole life. Do not let your thoughts dwell on all the various troubles which may occur, but ask yourself with regard to every present difficulty, what is there in this that is unbearable and beyond the endurance?" By focusing on the present, we can break down overwhelming problems into smaller, manageable pieces. This makes it easier to deal with anxiety because we are not weighed down by the past or future. Another important Stoic principle is to practice gratitude. Gratitude helps us shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. When we feel anxious, it is easy to focus on our problems and forget about the good things in our lives. But Stoicism reminds us to appreciate what we have, even in difficult times. For example, if you are anxious about your health, take a moment to appreciate the parts of your body that are working well. If you are anxious about money, think about the people in your life who support you. Gratitude does not make problems disappear, but it helps us see that we still have reasons to be happy and hopeful. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The Stoics believe that obstacles are not just problems, but chances to become stronger and wiser. When we face difficulties, we can either let them defeat us or use them to learn and grow. For example, if you are anxious about giving a presentation, you can see it as a chance to improve your public speaking skill. If you are anxious about a difficult conversation, you can see it as an opportunity to practice honesty and courage. By reframing challenges in this way, we can turn anxiety into motivation. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is self-reflection. Stoics believed in regularly examining their thoughts and actions to see if they align with their values. This practice helps us become more aware of our emotions and the reasons behind them. For example, if you feel anxious, ask yourself why. Is it because you are afraid of failure? Is it because you are trying to control something you cannot? By understanding the root cause of your anxiety, you can address it more effectively. Self-reflection also helps us recognize when we are being irrational or overly critical of ourselves, which can reduce anxiety. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of community and relationships. While Stoics value self-reliance, they also recognize that we are social beings who need connection with others. When we feel anxious, it can be helpful to talk to a friend or loved one. Sometimes just sharing our worries can make them feel less overwhelming. Stoicism teaches us to be kind and supportive to others, not just because it is the right thing to do, but because it also helps us feel less alone in our struggles. Finally, Stoicism reminds us that life is short and unpredictable. This might sound depressing, but it is actually a source of motivation. When we remember that our time is limited, we are more likely to focus on what truly matters. Instead of wasting energy on anxiety, we can use our time to pursue our goals, build meaningful relationships, and enjoy the present moment. The Stoics believe that by living virtuously and with purpose, we can find peace and fulfillment, even in the face of uncertainty. In conclusion, Stoicism offers practical tools for overcoming anxiety. By focusing on what we can control, practicing acceptance, using negative visualization, living in the present, practicing gratitude, embracing challenges, reflecting on our thoughts, and valuing relationships, we can reduce anxiety and live a more peaceful life. Stoicism does not promise a life without difficulties, but it teaches us how to face them with courage and wisdom. Remember, anxiety is a natural part of life, but it does not have to control us. With the Stoic mindset, we can find strength within ourselves and face whatever comes our way.